Hello, my name is Johnny. Welcome to another look back 60 years ago this week ending October 2nd, 1965. We'll see what's going on in the charts and see where the Beatles action is this week. If you like, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, like, reply, and share. Starting out down here in the Billboard bubbling under the 100. Got a Frank Sinatra song. There's Danny Hutton of Three Dog Night fame. Later on, he'll be in that group as the singer, one of three. Roses and Rainbows. Jack Jones. Got the Four Seasons. Kingsman. Sam the Sham and the Pharaohs with Ring Dang Do. I think that's going to get on the main charts. There's Dolly Parton. Jan and Dean. Peter, Paul, and Mary with Early Morning Rain. Robert Goulet, Freddie and the Dreamers, Ray Charles, David Baby Cortez, Tweety Pie. All right, let's look at the main portion of the chart. See what we got going on here. Have the position last week's and the weeks on the chart over here. Stars mean fast movers. Let's see what catches my eye. What I've got going on here. There's Barbara Streisand, Dionne Warwick, the Gants. That's a fun song, Roadrunner. There's the Letterman. Johnny Rivers, Where Have All the Flowers Gone? That's a good song. Sins of a Family by P.F. Sloan. He was more of a songwriter. And I forget who else. I think Barry Maguire sings that on his album, Eve of Destruction. Patty Duke. Little Anthony and the Imperials. Patty Duke. So what is she got? Two different things on here? Was it... 1, 2, 3, that's a good song. That's in the second week. Glenn Berry. There's Rescue Me. Taste of Honey by Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass. Very famous song for them. There's Beatles, Act Naturally. That's Ringo singing that song. I believe that's the B-side. There's Glenn Campbell singing Universal Soldier. There's Donovan singing Universal Soldier. The second week. I never heard Glenn Campbell's version. We've got a big new one here, Positively 4th Street by Bob Dylan. Paul Revere and the Raiders in their third week, Stepping Out. I Live for the Sun by the Sun Rays. It's a good song. Number 60. There's Stevie Wonder. Strange Loves, Carol in his third week, it's at 56. Not the Lovin' Kind, Dino, Desi, and Billy. Their second songs heading up the charts here. There's Joe Tex. There's Herb Alpert with the Third Man theme. Tijuana Brass. There's The Miracles, Tracks of My Tears. Andy Williams there. Leslie Gore. Everybody Loves a Clown. In the second week, it's up to 42 for Gary Lewis and the Playboys. There's The Vogues. Dean Martin with Houston. Coming down from 35 to 40. Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me. That was a biggie. Mel Carter. James Brown, Papa's Got a Brand New Bag. Let's move over to the first column. Roger Miller, Kansas City Star. There's the Beach Boys, California Girls, 11 weeks on the charts. There's Action by Freddie Canyon. There's I Got You Babe, 13 weeks on the charts, coming down to 30, Sonny and Cher. There's Charlie Rich with that Mohair Sam song. There's Tom Jones. There's Roy Orbison. Herman's third week, up to 25 already, with Just a Little Bit Better. Sonny and Cher, Just You. Righteous Brothers there, 12 weeks on the chart. There's the Castaways with Liar Liar. Keep on Dancing. Gentries. Like a Rolling Stone by Bob Dylan. So he's got 2 on the chart right now. And songs written by him. And speaking of which, there's an Ain't Me Babe by Turtles. Coming down from 8 to 17. So that was its peak at 8. Elvis Presley there. Jay and the Americans, Some Enchanted Evening. Heart Full of Soul, coming down from 9 for 14 for the Yardbirds. There's the Animals. We got out of this place. We got British Invasion still going strong here. And there's the Loving Spoonful at number 12. Do You Believe in Magic? There's the Beatles' Help. So we got another Beatles on the chart right now. It's coming down from 5 to 11, and it was 1, you can see, just a couple of weeks ago. There's Sonny, Laugh at Me, another a week at number 10. There's Sonny and Cher right next to it. Baby Don't Go, so that got to 9. So they got a lot of action going on there. You've got Your Troubles, Fortunes, In Crowd, We 5, You Were on My Mind. So it looks like that peaked at 3. It's now 5. Catch Us If You Can, staying another week at 4 for Dave Clark 5. Look at that, yesterday in 2 weeks. Zoom! Up to number 3. It was 45 last week. There's last week's number 1 is 2 again. Eve of Destruction, Barry McGuire. So we got a new one. Last week's number 2 is this week's number 1 song. Hang On, Sloopy. Hang On. McCoy's on Bang Records. That's for the week ending October 2nd, 1965. We'll be back again next week to check out another week in 60 years ago. If you enjoyed this, if you're so inclined, you could leave a super thanks. Click on that and leave that if you like to. Appreciate it very much. Be back again next week. Thanks for watching.